Now, also, the year of 2007, President Bush was making a statement after post 9/11 concerning the matter in Iraq, which is consistent with this prophecy here. He said, we have been killing 1,500 of them every month. This was September, ninth month, and the United States soldiers had been killing 1,500 Iraqis per month. But he alleged that the reason he went there in the beginning was that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Well, 2007, Saddam Hussein was slain in the year of 2006. So the word was, why was he killing these many people if he alleged that the dictator, who was Saddam Hussein, had been taken out of the way and God allowed him to kill him in December of 2006? Well, all of 2006, you do the math, and there had been 40 people, up to 200 people, had been bound and tortured and shot in the back of the head at night and dumped on the back of the street. In all of 2007, up to President George W. Bush made this statement, 1,500 was being killed a month. But yet he alleged that the reason he was over there was because Saddam Hussein was building weapons of mass destruction. He didn't find any weapons of mass destruction, and after Saddam Hussein was slain, he remained over there even until this point. Well, what this tells us is this is consistent with Bible prophecy that this was a hate crime when it's fulfilling what Jesus spoke of in St. Matthew, that they would be hated by all men. And what he said, they would be driven out of synagogue, meaning they'd be driven out of their land, all them that didn't agree with the law of democracy. And this part here, they didn't, once they voted for this law of democracy, everybody had to vote and had to sign his name where he went to. And it was those people who voted for the law, didn't vote for the law of democracy, went and rounded them up. They told them they had a choice to vote for the law of democracy. But this became a thorn in their side and identified who did and did not vote for the law of democracy. And those who did not vote for the law of democracy, they would round up at night as they were sleeping and brought 40 to 200 a night at a time, and everyone that didn't vote for the law of democracy was bound and shot in the back of the head. Fulfilling this part here said, if they did not be found, then dance by the music under the law of democracy, which was this image of gold, which came from the head of gold of the rich nations. They would be placed into the fire for punished. Let me go a little bit further and try to bring another part to it, because Daniel is a large chapter and I'm not going to finish it on this here segment. Let me go to now I'm going to go to the Chaldees. We got to go to Chaldees because Chaldees is the centralized intelligent nation, because we'll hear a part of the Chaldees. Let's go to still in Daniel chapter 3, verse 7. Therefore, at the time that all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, cymbals, bells, and all kind of music, all the peoples, the nations, and the language fell down and worshiped the golden image, which was the law of democracy. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had set up, which Daniel told him he was the head of gold. He was that image there. Wherefore, at that time, certain Chaldees, listen at this, came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the cymbals, the palsy, and the nuclear, and all kind of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worship the same shall be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, they serve not thy God, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set above them. In other words, you remember I said in Job that Job told God when he went in, said, I'll make him curse you to your face. Yes, skin for skin. He wanted to torture Job too. I said was President George W. Bush. He said, I'll make him curse him to your face. He said, don't spare the man life. But this is the same part of Job. Once he hung Saddam Hussein and went in, there was certain other leaders there who did not follow the law of democracy. These was the one who was being taken out because the peoples had to. He was bad, setting a bad example for the people. They told him they had a right, but when he went back and checked the record, all who did not honor the law of democracy, they was gathered up at night, bound, and shot in the back of the head. Well, how do I know this? How do I know this? It's self-explanatory. If you do the math, if you take and people's being murdered each night, 40 to 200 per night, all of 2006, this is a large magnitude of people. Well, President George W. Bush alleged 2007, I'm sorry if I said 1997, it's 2006 and 2007. 2007, if it was killing 1,500 a night, a month, all of 2007 up until post 9/11, then while the soldiers, they call them insurgents, well, the soldiers who was killing these many somebody should have been seeing somebody. They should have been seeing the ones who was bounding and torturing these people and dumping them in the body in the streets. This is a lot of people. And they all in the same city of Baghdad of Iraq. I said on one of my recordings, this was a lot of kills here. Somebody should have been seeing somebody, just like a bunch of poor people at a discount Walmart sale. This is true. But nobody was seeing somebody. So we have to connect the two together and understand the facts. If the soldiers was killing 1,500 insurgents, so they allege they was, and here it was, here was 200 people being killed a night all of 2006, and nobody was seeing each other. The only way they could not see each other and be a part of each other, they had to be the same kills. So if they had to be the same kill, these was not insurgents, because there is no way a person that they allege had the ability and a capability to build nuclear weapons, and they don't know how to fight a war. They're going to come insurgent and somebody keep running out there. So 1,500 being killed a month. My God, that's over 100 a day, and they don't have no strategy for war. But these people, I said, how dumb are these people? We had mice even smarter than that. So these could not have been insurgents, because they could, and if they was insurgent, they didn't have the capabilities to create a world war, because they were studied running out there getting killed 100 a night plus $1,500 or more a month. So when we look at these things and compare the two, it fulfilled this prophecy of the Bible when people have common wisdom and look at these things. They was taking these people who were sleeping, after they searched the record and found out who didn't vote for the law of democracy, just like it said, brought them and tortured them and shot them in the back of the head. What it said, the Chaldees were spies. They was the one watching, and they went and told King Nebuchadnezzar. Well, we transferred it to the CIA. The CIA went over there this time, and they went and checked the record over. Everybody who didn't vote, the CIA reported them, and the CIA went over there, according